We are going to start with chapter 6 today, Minerals and Energy Resources. So as the name of the chapter says, that we will discuss about the different minerals and the energy resources that we use in India. So let's begin. So this is the introduction, children. The earth's crust is made up of rocks, as we know, and these rocks contain minerals. So what are minerals? Minerals are naturally occurring inorganically formed substances which have their own physical and chemical properties or composition. And you know, minerals have their fixed or definite physical and chemical properties. Now the third point is India possesses a great variety of minerals and they occur in raw state. Now what do you mean by this raw state? Raw state means when they are in their natural form, they are combined with other substances. So this is what is mineral. Mineral is not found in its purest form. So I'll give you an example of iron ore. So iron, what is iron ore? Iron is not found in the purest form. It is mixed with certain substances. We take the iron to the factory or the unit, industrial unit, where it is melted, and after it is melted, it is the pure iron is separated from the impurities. The other substances which were mixed with the iron are separated. Now by this process we get the pure iron. So the iron with other substances when found naturally is known as an iron ore. So children, if we see next, the point is minerals from which the metal content can be obtained profitably are called ores. So I was talking about iron ore. You can see the word ore here. Ore means whenever any rock which is having actually metal mineral, and this mineral is very valuable, like iron. Iron is very valuable. But it is not found in pure form, it is found in its ore, that is along with other substances. So I hope the concept of ore is clear. Now let's proceed to certain examples. Like mineral ores are refined, they are refined. I told you the process, they are melted and then impurities are separated and then they are used. Example, iron, lead, zinc, silver, gold, etc. So they are found along with their impurities and then they are refined, and means they are brought to their purest form and then they are used for different purposes. Now the next point is minerals are non-renewable sources of resources, children. They are non-renewable, means we must conserve them, we should take care of them and we should use them judiciously, economically and properly, so that they are not wasted, because they are non-renewable. They cannot be renewed within a short span of time, rather they need millions of years to be renewed, to form once again. So we need to conserve them. I hope this is clear. So this was the introduction of the minerals. Now children, I'll show you the classification. Here's the classification. So first see, the minerals are classified into metallic, non-metallic and mineral fuel. So there are three categories. Now the minerals metallic, ferroalloy, ferrous, non-ferrous and copper. So these are the four subtypes of metallic minerals. Now minerals non-metallic, limestone and gypsum. So these non-metallic minerals, they do not have metals. They do not have metal mineral in them. And the mineral fuel comes coal and petroleum. So now children, coal and petroleum, they are power resources or mineral fuel. So because they give us a lot of energy to run the machines, they are used in industries, factories, etc. Even for production of electricity, coal is required. The vehicles, they run by the petrol. So coal and petroleum, as they are source of energy, so we bring them to the category of minerals and energy or power resources. So I hope the classification is clear. Now proceed. And we'll see that I have written certain notes about metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals and mineral fuel. So let's start with this. We'll pick up point wise. They are associated with igneous rock. Now children, most of the metallic minerals, they are associated with igneous rocks. So when the igneous rocks were formed, they have lot of metallic minerals. Now the second one, they expand when heated. So naturally, because they have metals, and metals they usually expand when heated. Now third point, they can be given different shape, rolled into sheets, and even can be drawn into wires. So children, these metals can be rolled into sheet, drawn into wires and given different shapes. So they can be molded as we wish. Now the next point is they possess a shine, a natural shine which we call luster. So usually if you have seen metals like iron, gold, silver, they have a shine. So this is called luster. Some examples: iron, copper, gold, silver, etc. So this is about metallic minerals. Now let's proceed to non-metallic minerals. So unlike metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals are associated with sedimentary rocks. Do you remember which rock metallic minerals were associated? Yes, it was igneous rocks. But the non-metallic minerals are associated with sedimentary rocks. They do not contain metals because they are non-metallic, so they do not contain metals, and that's why they cannot be melted also, or they cannot be even drawn into sheets and wires, because metals can only be drawn into sheets and wires. Now they do not expand on heating because they are not good conductor of heat. They are poor conductor of heat because they do not have metals. Now example: limestone, gypsum, salt, mica, and there are many other examples. So I hope the non-metallic minerals are clear. Now the next one, mineral fuel. So children, this mineral fuel include petroleum, coal, natural gas. So I'll write down the three names. Petroleum, coal and natural gas. So these are the three sources of power which we call mineral fuel. So I hope you have understood. So let's proceed. So what about mineral fuel? So a fossil fuel is fuel formed by natural processes such as anaerobic decomposition. You know the meaning of the word anaerobic. This means in absence of oxygen. So when the oxygen is not there, and buried dead organisms, they undergo certain process, and then lot of carbon is involved in it, because mineral fuels are mainly carbonic, means they have high content of carbon. Now the coal and petroleum are non-metallic minerals, but they are called mineral fuel because they are source of energy. They generate power and help in development of transport and industry. So this is why coal and petroleum are non-metallic minerals, but they are mineral fuel because they are source of intense energy. Let's proceed. See, the first point here, a carbonaceous fuel, because I told you it has huge amount of carbon, mined or stripped. So here is a word, mined or stripped means taken out. Stripped means to take it out from the earth, such as petroleum. Children, we dig a well and take out petroleum. So this is how it's written. It is mined or stripped. Coal is mined, right? Coal, from the mines the coal is taken out, but petroleum is actually drilling is done, a well is dug, and from the well the petroleum is taken out. Now coal, oil and gas are called fossil fuel because they have been formed from the fossilized remains of prehistoric plants and animals. Now children, millions and millions of years ago, when the animals and plants were buried in the beds of the sedimentary rocks, they underwent lot of chemical and physical change, and they finally got transformed into fossil fuels. So like this, these fuels are formed by the dead remains of prehistoric, means long back the animals and plants that existed, they died and led to the formation of fossil fuels. Now they are used to produce electricity, fuel for transportation, that is for vehicles, heating for homes and office, and manufacture of plastics. So these are the usages of the mineral fuel. Now the last point, children, we will see energy minerals include coal, oil, natural gas, and also uranium. So children, uranium is a radioactive element. It emits radioactive radiation and it is used to produce electricity in the nuclear power plants. So in the nuclear power plants, we don't only make bomb and for destructions, rather we also produce electricity, and it is a very cheap, like the production is very cheap. The setup is actually expensive. To set up a nuclear power station is expensive, but the electricity we produce is unlimited and at a very low cost. So in a long run, the cost of setup is also managed. So this is how we have discussed today in this video about the minerals and power resources in India, their classification, and three major types, that is metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and mineral fuel. So I hope, children, it's clear. Now in the next video we'll learn about metallic minerals.